is Tucker Dixon, he, him. And then, what were the other questions? I was born in Riverside, California, so Southern California. Lived in that county for 18 years, finally got out and have been in SLO for the last 5. I did my first show actually last September, so only a little more than a year ago. The name was kind of I had agreed to myself, because you didn't have to actually send me in advance, that I was going to do that show in September. It was just like an open mic. And I was like, crap, I have to figure out a name before I do the show, because I have to have a name for them to introduce me with. I wanted something that wasn't just like hit you in the face with a dick joke, but I also kind of wanted something that was a little bit of a dick joke. Tucker Dixon came out because my partner is a big Star Trek fan, almost said Star Wars, Star Trek fan. And randomly at the end of one of the episodes, there was a name that went by on the credits that like this dude's name was unironically Tucker Dixon. It was like nothing I could come up with had as good of a ring to it as Tucker Dixon. Drag is like, I get to do everything from the bottom up. Like I'm picking the costume, I'm picking the lighting, I'm picking the song, I'm modifying the song if I want to. And so it's been like really nice for me to get that creative energy. But it hasn't like profoundly changed me in a big way. It's just been like a nice outlet, although it's also very stressful sometimes. I kind of blame RuPaul for like everything that's wrong with the drag community, which is perhaps not quite fair to her. But Ru has been very openly anti-king and very pro-queen and has done really like transphobic and shitty things on her show. And so just, she's doing a lot to really perpetuate the idea that drag is cis men portraying very hyper feminine women. Kind of disheartening because a lot of people put well-known drag performers on a pedestal as like, oh, they're a queer icon. And so you'll get people like RuPaul being looked up to by straight people for what is it, like how do I talk about queer stuff, or like young queers is like how do I reckon my own identity or come to terms with my own identity. And then some of the people that we're giving that attention to, like RuPaul, are really saying a lot of like shitty stuff. I don't know if you are aware of the whole drama that happened with Carmen Carrera and other queens that have been on RuPaul who've come out as trans women, but like Ru does not treat them well. There's a lot of inbuilt misogyny into RuPaul's Drag Race, but people look at that and they're like, oh, that's what it means to be, you know, a drag queen, is to be like super catty and super misogynistic and like degrading to vaginas and vulvas. And it's just like, that's not what drag should be. Drag should be about exploring gender, fucking with gender, you know, just like having a good time and exploring something that you might not in your day-to-day life. And I feel like it often gets painted with these really transphobic and misogynistic brushes, and it's just really frustrating as somebody who's like in the community and also very aware of that happening, to just be like, yeah, that's not okay, but that's what everybody's buying into as like what it means to do drag. So just, I don't know, being critical of what people are telling you is like, oh, it's okay because I'm gay, or it's okay because I do drag, and like maybe taking the moment to be like, just because you're gay or just because you do drag doesn't mean you can say various things like that. There's just a lot of like negativity that I think gets written off as like, oh honey, I'm just kidding, like if you can't take, you know, the shade, then get out or whatever. And it's like, it's just frustrating when you're trying to have these actually serious conversations and people refuse to take you seriously.